Level 1. The Uploader. You're 19, living in your parents' spare room. Your bank balance is $143. Your desk is a folding table. Your camera is your phone. Your microphone is a cheap USB model balanced on 2 books. A cracked desk lamp points at your face. You dream about doing this for a living. You also work 4 evening shifts at a supermarket. The dream has to fit around the rota. You post your first video at 1:13 in the morning. It took 9 hours to make. The thumbnail took another 2 because you kept changing the font. You refresh the page until your eyes burn. 17 views appear by breakfast. 4 are yours. 1 is your best friend. 1 comment says the audio is too quiet. That is your first failure. It hurts far more than 17 views should hurt. You make another video. This one gets 32 views. The next gets 11, then 26. You learn that effort and attention are not the same thing. Nobody owes you a click because you stayed awake. Nobody knows how long the edit took. They see a title, a thumbnail, and a choice. So you start studying choices. You notice the videos you click immediately. You notice how quickly good creators explain the promise. You notice dead space. You notice weak openings. You notice that your favorite channels make hard work look accidental. Your room becomes a tiny laboratory. A blanket hangs behind the microphone to soften echo. Books raise the laptop because its fan overheats. A notebook fills with title ideas. Most are terrible. You crossed them out anyway. Your parents think this is a hobby. Your coworkers think it is funny. One asks when you are becoming famous. You laugh with him. You upload every week for 6 months. Nothing happens quickly. That is the first lesson. Nobody puts on the homepage. The beginning is mostly silence. You are not fighting haters, you are fighting indifference. You learn embarrassment before confidence. Filming while your parents are home feels ridiculous. Hearing your own voice through headphones feels worse. You delete whole takes because your face looks strange. Then you realize nobody else is studying your face that closely. They're trying to decide whether the video is worth their time. That realization frees you a little. Then one night, a stranger comments that your video helped them. You read the sentence 3 times. You screenshot it. You keep working. Level 2. The Grinder. You're 20 now. Your channel has become a routine. Tuesday is research. Wednesday is writing. Thursday is filming. Friday is editing. Saturday is thumbnail day. Sunday is upload day. Monday is the day you swear you will rest. You never rest on Monday. You open YouTube Studio before your messages. You learn impressions, click-through rate, average view duration, returning viewers, traffic sources. Numbers become a second language. A thumbnail is no longer pretty or ugly. It either earns attention or it does not. An opening either holds people or loses them. You also discover something uncomfortable. The recommendation system is not a single gatekeeper choosing winners. It watches what viewers choose, how long they stay, and whether they seem satisfied. That means the audience is the test. You cannot argue with the test. You make 40 videos before one finally moves. It's not your favorite, you almost didn't upload it. The topic is simpler, the title is clearer, the first 30 seconds are tighter. It reaches 10,000 views. Your phone becomes a slot machine. You refresh in the bathroom at work. You refresh while eating. You refresh at red lights and scare yourself enough to stop. Every few minutes, the number changes. New subscribers arrive faster than you can read their names. Then the video slows. You feel grief. That surprises you. 10,000 strangers watch something you made. Yesterday, that would have sounded impossible. Today, you're upset because the line on a graph stopped climbing. Your standards mutate faster than your circumstances. You keep publishing. Some videos die, some crawl, a few travel. You learn that one strong upload can introduce people to your rest of your library. You learn that viewers subscribe for a reason, then punish you when you forget the reason. Eventually, you cross 500 subscribers. Fan funding features may open in eligible places, but the real milestone in your head is still ahead. You want full advertising revenue sharing. You eventually cross the full advertising revenue threshold. You apply to the YouTube Partner Program. You wait for review. The comments change too. Familiar names return every week. Viewers answer each other before you can. Someone quotes a joke from an older upload. A tiny culture is forming around work you made alone. For the first time, the channel feels less like a page and more like a room with regulars. At the supermarket, your manager asks you to clean a spill in aisle 7. Your phone buzzes in your pocket. You have been accepted. You finish cleaning the spill. Level 3. The Partner. The first ads appear on your videos. For years, you watch creators talk about monetization like a magic door. Now the door opens and reveals a very small room. Your first earnings do not change your life. They do change your brain. A video is no longer only a video, it is an asset. Old uploads can earn while you sleep. New uploads can earn from ads, YouTube Premium viewers, memberships, fan funding, or shopping features if you qualify. Brand emails start appearing too. Most are useless. One company offers free socks in exchange for a full integration. Another calls exposure a payment method. A third offers more money than you make in a week at the supermarket. You stare at that email for an hour. The company is boring. The product is legitimate. The deal requires 60 seconds in the video. You say yes. You record the sponsor segment 15 times. You suddenly understand why professional creators sound different during advertisements. They're trying to sound natural while remembering a contract. The video performs well, the sponsor pays late. You email twice before the invoice clears. That teaches another lesson. Popularity is not cash flow. A video can look successful to the public while you're still waiting for money promised 30 days ago. You start reading contracts more slowly. You learn invoices. You learn taxes. You learn that gross revenue and money you can safely spend are different animals. You open a separate account. You start saving receipts. You buy a better microphone, then a used camera, then a lens you don't really need. Your production improves, so does the pressure. Subscribers now expect uploads. A week without a video creates messages asking where you went. You used to beg people to notice you. Now their attention comes with a calendar attached. Your girlfriend likes that the channel is working. She hates what happens to dinner. You keep checking comments between bites. You say it'll only take a second. It never takes a second. A harsh comment can erase 20 kind ones in your head. You know that's irrational. Your brain doesn't care. Then a viewer recognizes you in a coffee shop. They're polite. They ask for a photo. You say yes. Your hands shake afterward. For the first time, the internet has stepped into the room. You're thrilled. You're also no longer completely anonymous. Level 4. The breakout creator. You're 23 when the channel changes speed. The video looks ordinary on upload day. You almost reuse an old thumbnail. Then something catches. People click, they stay, they share it. 10,000 becomes 50,000. 50 becomes 200,000. The video crosses 1 million views while you're asleep. You wake to hundreds of notifications and think your account has been hacked. Your subscriber count surges. Other creators mention you. Brands that ignored your emails now ask for meetings. An agency sends a contract. A podcast invites you on. A Silver Creator Award eventually arrives after your channel passes 100,000 subscribers and clears YouTube's eligibility review. You place the plaque above the folding table. The cracked lamp is still there. Your mother photographs the plaque before you do. Your father taps the frame and asks whether YouTube sends one for $1 million. You tell him yes. He smiles like the next level has already been assigned. You pretend that doesn't immediately become a target in your head. For about 3 days, you feel exactly how you imagine success would feel. Then you upload again. The next video does 1/4 as well. You panic. The audience does not care that the previous video went viral. They are deciding whether this video deserves tonight's 40 minutes. You discover the cruelty of a breakout. It proves what is possible, then turns possibility into expectation. Your old life begins loosening. The supermarket feels absurd now. One sponsorship can exceed several shifts of wages. Your channel revenue is still unstable, but your time has become the bottleneck. You build a spreadsheet. Rent, food, taxes, insurance, equipment, emergency savings, average channel income, worst month, best month. You run the numbers until 2 in the morning. Then you hand in your notice. Your manager congratulates you. One coworker asks for a shout out. Another says you'll be back in 6 months. You walk into the parking lot after your final shift. There is no boss now, no rota, no guaranteed paycheck. You wanted freedom. You have it. You also have no excuse left. Level 5, the full-time YouTuber. Your commute is 12 steps. At first, this feels like cheating. You wake at 9. You make coffee. You sit down. You are living the dream. By month 3, you are working more than before. There is always another title to test, another thumbnail to revise, another sponsor deadline, another comment section, another analytics graph. Nobody tells you to stop because stopping is now your decision. That makes stopping harder. Your channel passes 500,000 subscribers. Revenue comes from several places now. Ads matter. Sponsorships matter more some months. Memberships add recurring support. A small merchandise drop sells out faster than expected. You hire an accountant. That feels more adult than quitting your job. You also build an emergency fund big enough to survive several bad months. The number looks excessive until you remember that your income can swing without asking permission. Stability is no longer something an employer gives you. You have to manufacture it yourself. You move from your parents' room into an apartment with a spare bedroom you call the studio. The folding table comes with you. The cracked lamp does too. You could replace both. You do not. Your videos get cleaner. The camera moves. The lighting improves. The storytelling tightens. You begin thinking in retention curves before you finish writing sentences. Friends stop asking whether YouTube is still going well. They can see that it is. They start asking how much you make. You learn to dodge the question. Your girlfriend becomes your fiancé. You promise that weekends will stay private. Then a sponsor requests a Monday delivery. You work Saturday. You promise the next weekend. The next weekend becomes a shoot. Your freedom is real, but it behaves strangely. You can work whenever you want, which slowly becomes all the time. Then you get sick before a major upload. There is no sick day. The brand has paid. The video is announced. Your audience is waiting. You film with a fever. The upload performs beautifully. You feel terrible. Success has begun rewarding your worst boundaries. Level 6. The employer. You are 27 when one person can no longer carry the channel. You hire an editor first. Sending raw footage to someone else feels like handing over part of your brain. The first cut is wrong. The second is better. By the 5th video, the editor knows where you breathe. Then you hire a thumbnail designer, then a researcher, then a part-time assistant who keeps sponsor emails from eating your mornings. Your channel is now a small company. You have payroll. That word changes everything. When a video underperforms, you are not only disappointed, you calculate salaries, software, rent, contractors, taxes. The audience sees a thumbnail. You see 4 people's month. You rent a proper studio. The folding table finally stays home. The cracked lamp goes into a closet. Your new space has acoustic panels, shelves, lights on ceiling rails, backup drives, charging stations, insurance forms, and a refrigerator full of drinks nobody remembers buying. You spend less time editing. You spend more time in meetings. This feels like a promotion and a theft. You wanted help so you could create more. Help creates management. Management creates systems. Systems create meetings about the systems. Your team makes the videos better. They also make failure heavier. A sponsor pulls out after production has already started. You cover the gap yourself. A video gets limited ads. Another misses expectations. One month looks bad enough that you delay buying new gear because salaries come first. Nobody on the team knows you were scared. That is new too. You begin having one-on-one meetings. An editor wants a raise. Your assistant wants a clearer title. A researcher is burning out. None of these problems can be fixed with a better thumbnail. You learn that leadership is mostly conversations you cannot postpone. You used to publish alone and fail alone. Now people have built rent payments around your judgment. Your face is still on the thumbnail. The risk belongs to everyone. Level 7. The brand. You are 30. Millions of people know the channel. A meaningful fraction know your face. You cannot measure that sentence until you leave home. Airport staff recognize you. A waiter asks for a photo while your fiancé is mid-sentence. Someone records you in a store because they're too nervous to approach. A stranger knows the name of your dog because you mentioned it 4 years ago. Most people are kind. That does not make it normal. You learn to smile before your brain catches up. You learn that a bad day can become someone else's story about meeting you. You learn that privacy doesn't vanish in one dramatic moment. It erodes through tiny permissions. The business expands. You launch products with your name on them. You license clips. You negotiate larger brand contracts. You appear at events where people queue to meet you. Your team grows past the point where you know everyone's weekend plans. You have more leverage than ever. You also have more people interpreting you. A joke becomes a screenshot. A bad sentence becomes a debate. An old clip resurfaces without context. Thousands of strangers argue about what kind of person you are. You try explaining yourself once. It makes everything larger. So you learn silence. At home, your fiance asks whether you still enjoy filming. You answer too quickly. Of course. She looks at you long enough to make the word feel weak. The next morning, you walk into the studio. 12 people are waiting on decisions. A sponsor needs approval. A shoot has moved. A thumbnail needs your face photographed before lunch. You perform enthusiasm. Nobody notices. At a convention, a teenager tells you your videos got him through a terrible year. He starts crying. You hug him. The moment lands harder than any revenue screenshot ever did. Then your handler taps your shoulder because the next 100 people are waiting. Meaning itself has a queue now. That might be the most frightening part. Level 8, the algorithm hostage. The decline begins quietly. Nothing is broken, nothing is banned. Your videos simply stop traveling as far. At first, you blame thumbnails, then topics, then upload times, then the algorithm. The data is less dramatic. Viewers' interests have shifted. Competition is stronger. Some regular viewers are watching different things. The recommendation system keeps testing each video against what people might want next. Your audience is changing. You are changing too. The problem is that your company was built around the old answer. You test louder titles, bigger concepts, faster openings, more expensive shoots. Some work, some do not. A spectacular failure can now cost more than your entire first year on YouTube. You start checking analytics at night again. It feels exactly like the supermarket bathroom. That realization makes you nauseous. You have millions of subscribers and the same frightened thumb refreshing a graph. Your team senses the pressure. Meetings become tense. Ideas become safer because nobody wants to be responsible for the next miss. Safe ideas perform worse. Now everyone is afraid. You take 2 weeks off. On day 3, you open Studio. Your fiance closes the laptop. You argue. She says the channel gets the best version of you and everyone else gets what's left. You want to defend yourself. You cannot. The next upload performs extremely well. Everyone celebrates. That night, you still open the retention graph. You zoom in to a dip that lasts 20 seconds. Millions of views cannot stop your eye from hunting the flaw. The skill that built the career has become a reflex that can poison it. You feel relief, not joy. That's how you know something has changed. You're no longer chasing success. You're chasing the absence of failure. Level 9, the owner. You are 34 when you finally stop treating every upload like oxygen. The change is not spiritual, it is structural. You reduce the team's dependence on one revenue source. You build products that can survive a weak upload. You keep sponsorships selective. You use memberships for the people who want deeper access. You build direct relationships with customers instead of assuming every future viewer will arrive through one recommendation feed. The channel is still the engine. It is no longer the entire vehicle. You hire an operations lead. You give senior staff real authority. You stop approving every thumbnail pixel. The first time the team publishes while you were on vacation, you feel physically ill. Nothing explodes. The video does well. That is humbling. You start measuring success differently. Not only views, cash reserves, repeat customers, staff retention, whether the team can operate without emergency messages, whether you can take your wife to dinner and leave the phone face down. The scoreboard gets less exciting and more useful. For years, you believed the company needed you everywhere. Sometimes it only needed you to stop blocking the doorway. You film less. You think more. You choose projects because they fit the audience and the company, not because Tuesday is approaching. Revenue becomes steadier. Your anxiety becomes quieter. The cost appears somewhere else. You are now far from the thing that started everything. A young producer explains a new format to you. An editor shows a pacing trick you have never used. Your own team understands parts of YouTube better than you do. You are proud. You are also becoming the old guy in your own company. One evening, you open the closet at home looking for a suitcase. The cracked desk lamp is still there. Dust covers the shade. You carry it downstairs. Level 10, the legacy creator. You are 38. The channel is 19 years old. There are thousands of uploads across the main channel and everything built around it. Some still get watched every day. Some are digital ruins. A few changed your life. You no longer upload because silence frightens you. That might be your final promotion. You make fewer videos. They take longer. Some are huge. Some are simple. You have enough business underneath the channel that 1 weak month no longer threatens payroll. Your employees have become executives. Your fiancé became your wife years ago. She still hates phones at dinner. You finally learned why. A new generation of creators visits the studio. They ask for advice. They expect secrets. You tell them the boring things. You also tell them what you wish somebody had told you. Protect the part of your identity that cannot be graphed. Keep friends who do not need the channel. Let some memories stay unfilmed. The audience can love you and still be unable to carry your private life for you. Know who you are making the video for. Make the promise clear. Respect the viewer's time. Do not confuse a spike with a career. Save money when the graph is kind. Build a life that can survive a bad month. They nod. Most of them want the secret anyway. There is no secret. One night, after everyone leaves, you place the cracked lamp on the old folding table you brought back from storage. You find your first upload. The image is soft. The audio is awful. You speak too slowly. The thumbnail is embarrassing. You laugh so hard you have to pause it. Then, 19-year-old you looks into the camera and says he hopes maybe someday this can become his job. You stop laughing. The room is quiet. You think about the supermarket, the spill in aisle 7, the sponsor that paid late, the apartment studio, the first employee, the fights over weekends, the meetings, the millions of strangers. The graph you refresh like it could tell you whether you mattered. For years, every level gave you something. Views gave you proof. Money gave you time. A team gave you scale. A brand gave you leverage. Ownership gave you distance. None of them gave you permission to feel finished. You had to give yourself that. You turn off the monitor. The old lamp stays on for another minute. Then you switch it off too. The upload button was never the finish line.